What is going on, you guys? Huge news regarding episode 9 straight from StarWars.com today. This is massive, but before I get started, I do want to remind you guys there is another round of the giveaway going on right now, so if you would like to win a copy of Solo, a Star Wars story in the form of an Amazon gift card, all you have to do is subscribe and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. That being said, the casting for episode 9 is announced today, and contrary to popular belief, Leia is actually going to be back in episode 9. Carrie Fisher will be portraying Leia again. This is straight from StarWars.com. They will be using previously unused footage from episode 7. Now, we know there was a lot of unused footage from episode 7. There was this whole arc with Corcella and Leia sending her on a secret mission. So there's a lot of, and that's just one part. So there's a lot of unused footage from episode 7 that they have available to go ahead and use. So yeah, this is massive, because if you remember, around Star Wars Celebration, during Star Wars Celebration last year of 2017, there was a report that had come out from a member of Carrie Fisher's family. I believe it was her brother, who had actually come out and said, yes, she'll be back in the next one. They're going to use all they're going to take all of her footage from episode 8, chop it in half. They're going to use half of it for this movie, half of it for the next movie, or something to that effect. I'm paraphrasing. I had actually reported on this while I was at Star Wars Celebration. It was like a low quality video because I didn't have great signal there, but it was huge news. And yeah, and then like almost that same day, Lucasfilm came out with a statement denying that. Like, no, we don't have clearance to do that. That's not finalized yet. And they basically said they were not going to have Carrie Fisher in episode 9. So then leads into episode 8, and naturally, that's one of the things that made episode 8 so hard to swallow for me personally, is because we lost Luke at the end of it, and I'm thinking, well, we've just lost everybody. We lost Han in 7, we lost Luke, we already lost Carrie, in real life, and so I'm thinking, like all that's left is Chewie and the Porgs, and that's not, that made me really have a hard time accepting episode 8. It was just, I didn't have a problem with like the movie as a whole. There were nitpicks, but losing Luke was a bridge, too hard to cross. Or I'm making up my own things here. But anyway, this suddenly might be the thing that allows me to go back and watch episode 8 again and hopefully enjoy it. Now, I know there was also a scene where Leia hands Rey Luke's lightsaber that they changed out and had to be Maz Kanata, and so I think there's a lot of footage between Leia and Rey that they can definitely use for episode 9. But I want to hear from you guys. What scenes do you think that they're going to use? How much of a presence do you think Leia is going to have in this movie? Is it going to be more or less subtle? They said in this article today that they weren't going to cast anybody else. They weren't going to use CGI to replicate her, so they're going to use her own footage. They have the blessing from Billie Lourd, who also will be in episode 9, and that makes me very happy because I want to see more Billie Lourd. It's the right thing to do, and she has a place at the table. She always has, so I'm very, very happy to have her there. Additionally, Billy D. Williams is officially confirmed now that, it's been confirmed that he is coming back as Lando. I have been reporting on that all along because we've pretty much known that. He's kind of let details slip a little bit here and there. Not blatantly, but, when he's like, well, I'm trying to get in shape over the next couple of months. So, it's definitely become pretty obvious that Billy D. Williams is also coming back, but it is now officially confirmed. So we are going to have Leia and Lando back. Now, they probably will not have any scenes together, would be my guess. Or at least not many. There is always that possibility that they'll do a proper funeral for Han Solo or something like that, and have people lined up, and then they can use a scene they can easily splice footage to have them all standing around, similar to Qui-Gon Jinn's funeral in episode 1. Spoilers! But no, just kidding. If you haven't seen episode 1, that would be weird. But yes, so this is really, really good news. Basically, everybody will be back. Kelly Marie Tran, Finn, Rey, just about everybody. But the big thing, big thing is Carrie coming back officially in episode 9. How does this make you feel? Do you think that this might make you excited? If you were upset with Star Wars as a whole. How do you respond to this news? I feel this is the way to go. They have said all along that Leia was crucial to the plot of Episode 9. I am so glad to hear that she is going to be able to hopefully play out at least a portion of the part they had for her. I don't know if I'll get to see the scene I always wanted to see. The scene I always wanted to see was Ben Solo returning to the light, kneeling at his mother's lap, and begging her forgiveness in tears. And she, of course, forgives him because she's full of grace, and that's what she would do. That's what I've always wanted to see. I don't know if they'll be able to manage that, but it's possible. Now, they did say they wouldn't use CGI on Leia, but they did not necessarily say that they wouldn't use CGI at all, so they could easily CGI the background. They could easily CGI the things in her hand. If she's handing a lightsaber to Rey, they can make it to where it's not Anakin Skywalker, you know, Luke's lightsaber from Episode 4. It can easily be a different lightsaber, like Rey says here. Like, maybe I could see you changing that scene around where Rey builds her own lightsaber. It's like, here, check this out. How does this look? And she's like, it looks good to me. Oh, well, you put purple blades in there. Cool. Gives it back to her. You know, they CGI the lightsaber. So you can use CGI to get her in here without CGIing Leia herself. And that footage is obviously still new, so it's going to be crisp. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be great looking footage. And also, this is J.J. Abrams doing Episode 9. So it's the same director who started it and had all this footage. So he is definitely the best person to finish it up. My only concern with JJ is that he has a tendency to have unanswered questions that just don't get answered. Like if you've watched Lost or whatever, and you know there was no answers, hardly any answers at all at the end. We still don't, you know, have a scene explaining Lor Santeca. I was expecting that. I was expecting, you know, a lot more answers to a lot of just, you know, maybe not crucial things, but a lot of kind of things that I thought were important. But, you know, I just don't want Episode 9 to be running around, you know, with Kanja Club, you know, and, you know, and things that weren't really that important. So I want to see a big space battle. I want to see the entire galaxy unite against the First Order, and I'm hoping it happens. I'm really happy to see Leia. I also really want to see Luke's Force Ghost, Hayden Christensen as Anakin's Force Ghost, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan's Force Ghost. I want to see all the Force Ghosts. Don't necessarily want to see Han Solo as a Force Ghost, however, but you know, I expect they'll have a way to kind of honor all of the original cast. Glad to see Lando involved. I think that's wonderful. I really hope that they don't make him Finn's dad. It wouldn't be appropriate, and it's not like all black people have to be related. That would just be absurd. I like the idea of him having no connection to Finn whatsoever. They don't even have to share a scene. I just want Lando back. He is probably the most underrated and most important character that gets the least amount of recognition. I mean, dude, you led the attack on the second Death Star. He's huge. He's absolutely crucial. You know, he's just as important as Luke. Luke blew up one Death Star, and well, granted Wedge had the final shot, but Lando led the attack that blew up the second Death Star. So Lando's incredibly important. He's absolutely huge. I'm upset that he hasn't come back until now, but I'm glad to finally have him back. But I would like to hear what you guys think. Let me know what you're looking forward to see in Episode 9. Let me know how you feel about Leia coming back, and also let me know how you feel about Lando coming back. Do you think Episode 9 could be the movie that saves the franchise? Or do you think the franchise even needs saving? Do you think it's in good hands right now? Personally, I think it's in pretty good hands right now. I think it struggled a little bit after Solo, which, by the way, you can win a copy. Don't forget, subscribe, leave a comment. It's as simple as that. You probably want to click that bell for alerts also so that you get notified when I put out new videos. I put out new videos every day, and I cover everything from Star Wars movies, Star Wars TV shows, Star Wars games, regular board games as well. Mostly Star Wars games, though. Games like X-Wing, Armada, Imperial Assault, Star Wars Legion, Star Wars Rebellion, all kinds of great games. You can check some of those out. I'm going to put some links to them as well. So check all that stuff out. A lot of cool stuff. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out Crabbok.com. You can hop in my Discord and we can hang out and chat in there as well. And I want to give a big thanks to all the patrons on Patreon who have been supporting me and helped make this possible. Thank you guys so much. I want to thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.